Well, thanks for taking your time to listen to this. I want to talk to you about showing kindness using our body parts. I think it's something that most of us might ignore most of the time, but it's something that can change the world in a big way. I know not all of us, not all humans, so to speak, have all full body parts, but the most important thing is that at least we have one or two of those that are very important in our daily lives. So you might not have the leg, but you have the hands. You might not have the ears, but you have the eyes. So if you have the eye, for instance, you should use your eyes kindly. I mean, there's some people who, the moment they just look at you, you feel like the whole world is crashing down and everything is falling apart. A single look can change everything in the life of a person. Maybe somebody's going through a lot and they knock at your door hawking stuff, or maybe just passing, and then you look at them harshly. Remember, your look can make them stop and take a closer look at their life, and maybe even just hang over it and gloom over their current situation. A warm look on the other side, a kind one, can make somebody have hope and see the kindness that exists among humans or in humanity. So choose. You can choose today to have that warm look whenever you meet people. A kind of look that gives people hope. A kind of look that makes people want to live and face life despite all the hardship that they feel. And I think that's important. So that is something anyone can choose to do. Secondly, how you talk to people also matters. How you use your mouth. Do you use your mouth to curse or to just pronounce blessings upon people? I think if you're the kind of person who uses their mouth, lips, so to speak, to just hurl insults at people and to spew curse words on people, then you're failing humanity, because people are hurting every day. You might not know whether somebody has woken up to a message from their doctor calling them to the hospital to go and pick up their results. Maybe somebody has woken up to some sad news from home, and then you meet them, and the first thing when you talk to them is just to criticize or to hurl insults. Well, you might feel relieved deep down in your heart, but the thing is, you have caused a serious storm to start up in their life. So you are adding more insult to injury. They are already facing a lot, but you've just decided to put more insult to the injury, or to just add more salt into their wound. I think the best thing is usually try as much as you can to talk to people kindly and restrain from hurling curses and all these kind of bad words that cause people to stop and think or imagine themselves being the worst kind of human beings living on earth. People might wrong you, yes, but you don't know. Maybe they have done that out of the kind of depression that they face and other things that might have occurred to them. So, but the best thing I always say, or I always think should be done in such a scenario, is to just continue as much as you can to be this kind of positive person who can talk to people positively and encourage people, and restrain whenever you find yourself in a situation where you've been hurt or you've been offended and you don't want to continue making that situation get aggravated. The best thing is to restrain from speaking. Just cut yourself off. It might feel asinine, but in the long end, it's helping you and helping the other person to avoid more injury. Then also, I think that Well, the best thing to do in a situation where you have been told straight in your face that you are inadequate in one way or the other, the best way to respond is just to remind the person that they are human being too. And you could tell them in the kindest way possible. You don't have to hurl insults. You don't have to talk grievously. You don't have to talk in a way that feels tough or rough. You can talk to them in a humane voice and try to explain to them, because we are trying to make the world a better place for everyone, for those who are hurting, for those who are prone to hurting people, and to those who are facing the world from a young age, or who are still immersing themselves into the complexities of life and try to weigh through situations and find their way through. It's our honors as human beings to try as much as we can to make the world better for everyone. So, and then something else is the hand. If you have a working hand, try as much as you can to use it positively by not just hitting up everybody that annoys you or that offends you in any way, but use your hand to bless people. You might never know, but just a warm handshake can change somebody's life in a big way. A warm handshake can remind somebody that indeed somebody cares. They might be going through a tough situation, or maybe they are just thinking of giving up, but you've given them a warm grip. My friend, you might not know, but you could have touched their life in a great way, and they might never think, might stop and ask themselves, who is that really? I mean, how have they known that I needed that? Sometimes even coupled up with a warm hug. So let's learn to use our hands to impact people in a positive way. Before you type that message, before you pick up something that has been placed somewhere that belongs to somebody, and maybe it's been misplaced or it's been left there intentionally. Think about that person's situation, or what doing that might result into. But if we just do things irrationally, talk to people irrationally, look at people unkindly, touch people cruelly, write texts that are cruel, we are making humanity the worst of all existing creations on earth. We are even becoming lesser than animals, the jungle animals or the game animals, who also understand the meaning of love. So I think as humans, it behooves us to look at our fellow humans with a clear perspective and to try to reason before doing anything. Then, still talking about this, we also have the human mind. We should try as much as possible to think positively about people, no matter what. Yes, because it's from our thoughts that our actions and our behaviors and our words spring forth. So if you're thinking negatively about person, then there's no way you can talk kindly about them. Let's train our minds to think positively about people, so that whenever we are called upon to talk about them, we say something that makes sense, or something that adds value to the kind of person they are. Issues like gossip emanate from bad thoughts, actually. The moment you've thought bad about somebody, even what occurs in their lives, then you will take that next step of talking ill about them when it doesn't really add anything to their life. But if you talk ill about somebody and then they come across that, they tumble on that, maybe through one of the gossipers you are with, aren't you just leading to more trouble? Bad talk and negativity usually reach people with a kind of negative impact that perhaps they're the kind of people who are suffering the most when you two are also suffering in one way or the other. So let's stop thinking negatively about people and train our minds to think positively and talk positively about people and write positively about people and do everything that is incumbent upon us as human beings to make humanity great for everyone. So these are my thoughts today. Let me also hear about what you think about this whole issue of using our body parts to make humanity better and to improve our coexistence as human beings. Thank you for listening. Meet you next time.